In today's video, we are going to have our first climbing reaction video. As mentioned in my title, I invited two Filipino rock climbing athletes currently based in Singapore. These are Paul and Gerald Verosil, or the Verosil Bros.
Maybe in this situation you could have dropped me on your right. Yeah, so you have better control and stability.
They are probably among the strongest Pinoy rock climbing athletes that I know as of today. So this is what we are going to do in this video. They gave me custom problems in my home wall and I took videos of my climbing attempts. Then we had an online conversation for them to analyze the way I climbed. So they assessed different aspects of my climbing technique such as body positioning, footwork, proper sequence of moves, and other aspects as well. It is definitely a privilege to have the top rock climbing athletes representing our country to be guests in this video. If you are new to this channel, I am AE and I make different videos about wall climbing, ranging from climbing tips, climbing challenges, and stories of different climbers. So I am excited and nervous at the same time. Let's go! So before we start, I'd like to give a brief introduction of how I met Gerald and Paul. When I started climbing, I knew Gerald to be part of the Philippine national climbing team roster. So if you guys don't know, we have our very own Philippine national climbing team. I actually interviewed members of the Philippine national climbing team from my previous videos, such as Brandon, Puss, and Daryl. So I first met Paul when I went to Singapore back in 2019. So I met him at Boulder World. It was one of the climbing gyms in Singapore. The first time I saw them climb in person was during the national climbing competition held at the Bouldering Hive in November of 2019. So it was my first time to see them climb back then, and they are just on a different level. So that's why I'm excited for this episode, because it is the first time that they will assess me how I climb. I'm definitely looking forward to learn from experienced athletes and share this experience with you guys. Let's welcome Gerald and Paul Verosil. So hi guys. Okay.
Hello, what's up guys?
Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, so maybe before we start, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, so my name is Paul. I've been climbing for close to 10 years now. So ever since I was in high school. Yeah, so it started out as a after school co-curricular activity. It was for fun at first. Our sister actually got us into it at first. Well, maybe the first 2 years it was just like I didn't really know that competitive climbing existed. And then maybe after those 2 years, I realized that there's actually competitions for this. Some of my memorable competitions. My most memorable one would be one where quite recently it was in Gravical 2020. Because that was the first time I ever made it to open finals.
Wow.
Yeah, in Singapore. Yeah. Right now, we work at a climbing gym. We coach, we set. Yeah. So I'm Gerald. I'm part of the Philippine national climbing team as well. So before the pandemic, I was competing a lot, and I was also competing locally a lot in Singapore. As he's mentioned, we started climbing 10 years ago for the same reason, because our sister got us in. He started first in high school and I joined the same high school. I already knew that climbing competitions existed, and that was my main motivation from the very start. And it was really nice because I already had two guiding lights in my brother and my sister in climbing. That's why I could progress pretty quickly. Out of all the competitions I've joined so far, I think the most memorable one would be the Asian Cup in Hong Kong in 2018. I think that was when I made a name for myself in some way, by being the champion for that one unexpectedly. Because of that competition, I was able to qualify for the Asian Games. So that was also another memorable one. The Asian Games was also honor. It was an honor because I was the lone representative for sport climbing for our country. Yeah, I'm still studying actually. Yeah, but I set and coach whenever I'm free, like he said.
So for this part, I asked Paul and Gerald to make me some problems here in my home climbing wall.
Good.
Yep, so let's show the problem first. Anyway, let's run through the holds. So these are jugs. They're good holds. The starting holds are good. Then these are jugs as well, so these are also good holds. This yellow hold feels like a sloper, but it's a pinch. I think it was designed to be a pinch. Well, these holds are from Euro Holds, this pink one and this yellow one. This purple sloper is it's kind of good. It's kind of positive. This hold is good. This one is another pocket. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's go through my attempts and then you can do a reaction. First attempt. This is my second attempt. Okay, so this is my best attempt. Yeah.
Nice.
But I failed.
This part over here, like advice for like future moves. If you say like you feel awkward in this kind of moves.
Okay, let's place it here. Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah, the frog position. Yeah, if you're aiming for a dead point move like a pocket, that requires a lot of accuracy, it'll be better to maybe in this situation you could have dropped knee on your right. Yeah, so you have better control and stability with your lower body, and you are closer to the wall because the drop knee will pull you closer, and so you won't have to. It wouldn't be as high of an impact move. Yeah, if you perhaps try a drop knee. So basically with the drop knee, right, it brings your hip a lot closer to the wall. So yeah, with your hip closer to the wall, naturally your body is closer to the wall. That makes it easier for you to do more, like make your moves more precise because you have that reaction time compared to if you're like in the frog position, you feel like you're pulling and then you're launching for it, or you're like. Then by the time your right hand lunges for it, it feels like you're falling back. It's also more energy conserving. Yeah, instead of the frog position, the pull and then in the launch, especially going to a hole that's like a pocket. Yeah, it's not easy. Even if it's not on an incline like 38 degrees, right? Even if it's not that inclined, moves to pockets, generally you need to be more controlled. How was matching on the purple?
Okay, so
was it good?
Yeah, okay, so actually this is my comment because later in Paul's problem you would see that I couldn't match this purple. So when I'm not yet pumped out, this hold is kind of good, so I can actually like put both of my hands here as you've seen here in this part. But going to this next pink pocket is it's actually heavy, so I was actually lucky to land that this move because I needed powers.
I think for some of the moves where your leg dangles, right? I think it's just natural because you're trying to keep one foot on, right? So you're trying your best not to cut loose, right? Because it'll just waste your energy. With a lot of body tension moves, a lot of it is because of your your core. So you also have to strengthen the back when you're doing this kind of move. So I mean you can do some like back exercises, like that exercise the Superman, especially for moves like where you do crosses and then you have to maintain. like you want to keep your feet on. Yeah, it's also a route with a lot of sequences, so it's natural that you feel like pumped out at the end, especially after you've tried it like 3 times. It's not easy.
Okay, thank you so much, Gerald and Paul. That's our first problem. Okay, maybe we could let's see Paul's problem for the next. So this is Paul's problem. So yeah, this we start with this good jog. It's a side pull. I think side pull. It's not an underthing. It's a good side pull. And then, so the foothold is extended from the wall. So this is a good foothold because, yeah, it's a very big foothold. So this pinch is a bad pinch. These pinches are better than this pinch. And the big foothold here. And then you have this next purple sloper, which is the same one as earlier. And also this pinch. And then this last move. Yeah, this was when I figured, okay. Okay, I forgot my foothold here.
Yeah, oh no. Which one did you feel was the crux move? The first move, is it?
No, this is okay, but going to this pink because
oh, okay.
I couldn't match this small pink pinch. So,
oh, okay. For the first move, I actually intended you to go left hand first.
oh, here.
Like left cross. Yeah, so it's like a left cross, and then you go for the first pinch, the first pink pinch, and then and then with the heel hook, I actually intended the heel hook. So the going to the blue would be nice. To the blue, and I intended for this move from the blue to the purple to be the crux.
The crux, yeah.
Was it your 6th attempt? That was your best
Yeah,
one?
that's my best one. Was the 6th attempt. So maybe
I feel like when you were matching on the purple, I think unfortunately your right hand moved too much to the right.
Okay, let's see this. Okay.
Like way too much, and then like when you were about to match it, it just didn't feel good. And then you were shifting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like too much.
It was too much to the right.
Yeah, and then I could see it slip already.
There.
So it was like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're starting to crimp the slope.
like as soon as your left hand was getting the good spot, your right hand was. So it was like, so that depleted a lot of your energy.
Like for finger strength, like for crimp strength, you can do the hangboard and you will feel the gains. But for slopers, I don't think you can do like dead hangs on slopers and you will feel the gains, because it's a different kind of feeling. It's like active strength. Like when you're on the wall, you're using not just your forearms on slopers, you're using like your back, like your chest, you're doing many other stuff. Holding contact strength is more than just holding with your hands. It's actually a lot of different muscle engagements. So I think the only way to improve on slopers is to climb on slopers.
Yeah. Essentially.
Yeah.
Generally, I feel like your upper body is strong. You have your climbing ability is there already. It's pretty good. And it's really not easy to climb on an incline wall like this. I would say that you're already pretty quite advanced as a climber.
Oh, thank you.
See, and I can see your progression.
Wow,
It's
thanks.
quite steady.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah. It's very good.
In terms of endurance, like you have a nice setup at home with this like 40-degree wall. It will be good if you do some circuits, maybe like a 20 move circuits, and you do like maybe sets of that, like 4 sets, 20 moves, and then you slowly build it up to 30 moves. Yeah, that's personally that's what I do, which makes me feel like I feel fit when I do circuits. So that your wall angle is really good.
Thank you so much, Paul and Gerald, for this climbing analysis. Anyway, we move on to our last part. Do you just have any personal tips for beginners who aspire to be athletes in the future, or who aspire to become stronger?
So can I tell the story?
Yeah, go.
In high school, right? Because it started as a co-curricular activity, like for after-school trainings. They held trials for it to join the climbing club, and I didn't make the trials. I did badly. I really didn't. Yeah, I was already close to giving up, and I was already thinking of choosing a different one, a different activity to do. But then I came home and I told my sister about it. I was like, oh, I didn't make the trials. And then she really wanted me to be part of the team. So she wrote a letter. Yeah, she told me to pass this letter to the coach. Yeah, so that's what I did. And then he decided to give me another shot. Like basically to make the team, you have to reach the top. Remember, I climbed it halfway, and I just felt stuck because I really thought I couldn't do it. You know, I was gonna give up really. And then I remember that I was thinking in my head, just make this one move is gonna be worth it. Next thing I know, I was at the top already. That whole memory is like etched in my brain. I'll never forget it. That moment when I was stuck on the wall. I felt like I was stuck there forever. Like, I don't know, just go for it. Just try it. You never know what you're capable of until you like.
For me, it's not too much. I would say I had it really easy, as I said, because I got siblings experience this, and I just had to follow in their footsteps, and I didn't really have to experience or what they experienced. So it was an easy path for me. But at the end of the day, it's still you. So no matter how many people guide you, you will still have to be the one pushing yourself. My tip is just to keep trying. Always believe. I live by this motto. It's like believe to achieve.
Maybe final question. You have like, how about now it's pandemic, and like, do you have any advice how to encourage the climbers who feel demotivated?
Okay, like you have to accept it first. You know, like just make your peace with it. Like, yes, I'm not motivated right now. You know, like you just have to accept it first. Maybe just remember why you started in the first place. You know, for most people it was just for fun. Like me, it was just for fun. And then like I just fell in love with it. It's like it's never gone. You know, you will always know how to climb. And you maybe just need some polishing up on your technique, your skills, and endurance, because that's probably the first thing to go. Endurance. But so yeah, that's one way to look at it, so you don't feel too demoralized about yourself.
Yeah, but if the learned from this entire pandemic ruining flow, my training, my livelihood, is that I appreciate climbing even more. Yeah, you learn to appreciate it even more when you come back. You learn to cherish it even more. You don't just you expect less. So when you climb, it's always going to be exciting. Yeah, you don't feel like you have to expect anything. You have to expect progress right away. It's like starting back from square one, like exploring. Like if you think of it in a positive way, you're just starting from square one, like how you started when you were
That's so nice.
first time around. So it's just take it as a challenge to yourself, like a challenge that you want to conquer. Like it's okay if you if you're not your usual self on the wall, just accept it and enjoy climbing. Yeah, don't have expectations. I think that's it. What you're doing is really nice. You doing this creates a platform for us to kind of share more about us, and also we also want to help the community there grow.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you also have any clarifications or suggestions, just place them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next videos. Marami pong salamat.